everyone, this is Zach Weber. I wanted to go over this latest case study with you on a patient that came to our office. He was an above the knee user. He was a previous below the knee user for over 25 years and was really looking to make his life as an amputee above the knee much better. You know, he's accustomed to a socket that's below his knee, otherwise not that cumbersome, and then he gets re-amputated at the transfemoral level, and it was kind of a quality of life shock to him, and rightfully so. That's a big jump from below the knee to above the knee. So when he came to us, he said, I really don't trust my prosthetic. I feel like I'm gonna fall if I miscalculate my step or I'm not mindful of my step. My knee is likely to buckle, and I'm mostly avoiding any environment that requires uneven terrain, a slope of any kind, because he does not want to fall in public, and therefore he's limited his prosthetic utilization. When I looked at his prosthesis, the alignment was set up for the prosthetic knee to be on trigger, and what I mean by that is unless he was actively pulling his hip extensors back all the time, his knee was going to buckle in the current alignment. So that was first things first. We had to readdress that, and we did that almost instantly with the test socket. The other thing that the patient pointed out to me is that he had modified his ischial containment area on his socket downward and still felt like he had the stability necessary to walk. Now, stability necessary to walk and walking well are two different things. I would argue that the patient was more comfortable but had this Trendelenburg gait as a result of lowering that ischial tuberosity off of the socket design. So he was more comfortable but less stable at the same time. A couple of the things to ensure trust and comfort in this patient that were incorporated in this new socket. I'm thankful that this patient kind of designed this socket himself. I offered my suggestions and we kind of came to this mutual conclusion for a treatment plan. So this is his subischial socket. You know, this is the medial side. You notice this anterior cutout that'll allow this BOA dial to actively tighten the socket like a clamshell at the top. It's also cut out there in the back. And so when I tighten this down, the whole medial lateral dimension will tighten. You'll also notice that we reestablished the TKA line. I know it's hard to tell without a knee, but the socket is built relative to the knee in much more safe position. And it is subischial. When I do a subischial socket, it's not as simple as lopping off the top of the brim. We incorporate that into the cast and into our shaping, so we are trying to optimize the musculature beneath the socket so they are not walking with that Trendelenburg. Overall, the patient's been pleased and they are far more stable. They demonstrated outside of our office a few weeks ago with a test socket how to walk on uneven terrain. They mowed their lawn. They're visiting with friends in public. It's all been a positive thing thus far. We're hoping that the laminated socket only enhances that. We'll keep you posted. Thanks.